Beautiful people, it's me, Pamela, on my YouTube. Cho, no, what's the T? Siyahlazia.
You know, some people, guys, are very strange around this illegal immigration or foreigners. However, actually, you explain it or how you define it does not matter at this point. What matters is that March and March took their time to give South Africans, which you know what, Bukan lento le, how we see it. Do you see this thing? And South Africans did support them. Most people actually do support them. Crazy enough. And then they tried to make it eBay tribalism. Just took other directions. There was another fighty Zulus are crazy in zininkazi izinto abayishoyo nokuthi ingane zashaka zithanda igazi njengaye. I mean, like, where do you even get off? What do you even know about Shaka? For example, kuningi uDJ Tira nave laqhamuka zenza islima. Angazi, someone was even saying ukuthi uthenge ubani, who bought you, what are you doing? Athi nje, oh no guys, ama-elections aseyafika in November, we are ready. I'm just like, bro, you haven't even said any zero for someone who's a public figure. You haven't even said anything about what's going on in our country, the problems that we are having with 5.5 million people esingabazi angabona bala and abangafuna ukuhamba. You know, uyaqhamuka wena uyasigibela abamdonsa-ke dragged him to filth. They're just like, sicela ungasijwayeli vele nje uqhamuke. Who bought you? Like, yabona ukuthi izinto bezo-end up njengoba kusho ukuthi nongizwe yiningi ngemali abayitholayo, no Jacinta and whatever, it doesn't matter, but khona into abazamile ukuyenza, and peacefully for that matter. People started creating stories, propaganda, xenophobic, and say leave us alone. Oh guys, like, where did that come from? Ukuyibona leyo nto leyo when people are trying. And then manje-ke apparently uJulius Malema has said allegedly ngoba phela uyabophisana lo muntu. You understand? Sisazwe kule yakhe ukubophisa ungizwe nokuthi ungizwe uzehlisile. Yabona nje kuningi guys. So allegedly-ke bathi uthe uJacinta unikwa kanjani platform or Newsroom Africa, especially SABC, after the president's speech. Guys, she's out there and South Africans love her, uMangobese. So what must happen? Dami ngiyabthanda over uMangobese. Creating stories about March and March into engeke enga-exist abayifuni, but what have you done? Like how uMalema naye, the question has been, wenzeni siza ngani so that we can vote for you in November? Usasincede njengani? Just count one thing. Into yazi ukubophisa abantu but wena waboshiswa but kuphelele emoyeni. So yes, ukuthi it's like crazy things like that. And then I was still saying indaba kaNgizwa ukuthi uNgizwa-ke sengifela sengathi i-EFF manje iyamxhaphaza. Yeah, it's a bit much now. Then abantu azazathi ngibopheni-ke kungcono. Someone was even saying ukuthi okay nje beboshwa, there's something there, it's not legit. Like kuyibonele guys kuningi to a point where I'm sure you've seen my videos before. And what's the T? Siyahlazia. I have actually spoken about the Zulu King, Mrs. Zulu Gazweltine, about 2 months ago, 2 to 3 months ago, where he was saying ukuthi at the end of the day, abantu bazoyihambela bona. I 2 years hasn't said anything. Manje people are busy. Bamdonsa. I'm just like, they're dragging him to feel forward. He hasn't said anything lately, but he had said something about the months ago, if I remember very well, when I did about 2 videos about. Please check them. I think they should be on what's the T. I'm gonna try and put one here on the description because he actually did explain it. Ukuthi hayi ukuthi akayiboni lento eyenzakalayo, you know, just there's a certain way abanye abantu abenza ngayo izinto. He wanted to do it his way, just as much as abona uphaka umsakazo was like kanongoma kusekho ngisho yedwa umuntu wangaphandle in town. We done abantu sithe abahambe. I guess in Kanongoma I'm sure it's one streets I've never been, but I've been to most places in the north of KZN, and just Kanongoma I haven't been, but I'm just thinking their town is just one street. You know, but at the end of the day, guys, Tina, we've supported March and March. I must say, mina, I've supported March and March because iyazamakazi March and March ayixabani namuntu. Umona uyawazi unjani. People will start to be saying stuff, oh, so bad. And the bazokudraga abantu abanjengoNjomaneke ukuthi kuTalk, they're not gonna play with you. Like how he did to Julius Malema, umtshelana uNdlozi, where to get off from John Ndlozi uyislim. Buka manje futhi ukuthi uMusakalo uphelele phi. Naye he had to do an apology for uJulius Malema, like how ungizwe did. Ungqizuzu wagcina sesingxolisileke. What must happen? You understand that the apology doesn't look genuine afterwards, and then they just like for a certain time, like, oh guys, kuningi noma usekhawula useqolisile ku-Julius Malema uzoyasho nongeza ukuthi okunye guys kuphethe. You just like ngixolisela ngenzeni lengaka, because I was just talking about stuff nami engisizwayo or engazaziyo, or even if I'm not really sure. Guys, kuningi yabo nje before elections abantu bazenzile ima, mina nje uTira was just like, bro, please, what are you even doing? Wenzani? Awukazi usho lutho, zero. So yaqhamuka, oh my gosh, elections are coming. Oh, people are like, hey, who's gonna even support that thing? We're not even there yet. Can you just deal with what you're dealing with now? November uzofika nini? Usitshela ngama elections, just stop, khokhela over. Yabona guys, wazenza isilima kuze beqa. Yabona. Yeah, guys, let's just support our country, guys. Asibaningi kakhulu South Africa. Just you don't know how Joburg is. Just as much as I grew up in KZN, and I've been in the Transvaal, say Transvaal, in Gauteng for the past at least 38 years. But I mean, guys, you can't even walk in town. Right. It's not right. And then Somalians have taken over business. Like such a Ethiopians, they don't even go there. They've got their own town now, sort of, you know. They've taken over there. Next to, yeah, especially Ethiopians have taken over in Volkswagen. Yonking, the perfumes, they sell perfumes that they do themselves there. Bars create themselves, they have shops, all the shops there, actually theirs. It's so different there, the plaza, Ibona, Bapet. I'm like, guys, forgetting. Like sometimes we are able to say, where was I? Swige, Nini. How did we even get there? Yeah, so guys, whatever is going on right now in South Africa is not about Zulus. Yeah, so that whole thing putting Mrs. Zulu under pressure. Mrs. Zulu spoke about this long time ago, guys. So it was February in March. Yeah, he was just like, no, you know. So my thing is that at the end of the day, legal or not, yeah, you can't be sitting in some country about xenophobic, but you're still here. Xenophobic me. You're then. And stop spreading propaganda correct. Namanga aparas. Yobona Ghanaians now what if it's a small guys guning it's challenging. We are fine. We're actually not in our own country. We are alone to lay. Ghanaians bahambilangit. Another flight left on Sunday. And then Mamalawenzi Asusibenga Pomo said pay Bahanji Siwinap. Nigerians abafuna ukamba every time in any country actually for that matter, not just us. Abasabafuni anywhere. UK but say ambani Thailand abasakwazi ngena. Khona some countries that just like we done. Cause nina nisenza how do you make your money except for umntshontshe imali zabantu ebusuku and idakamizwa and ziyisizwe? That's all you do. Abahambi mawuna umngane oqhamuka ngalapha umtshelo usababili kuphi. Sinosikhathele guys. Sile lapho usipintsheni we can't. So uChief Zulu uthe lani lebeleni nikhuluma ngoMrs Zulu. Mrs Zulu fanele lenzeni? Concentrate on what is important here. It's not about Mrs Zulu this thing. It's not about Zulus, please. And he's right. Okay, it's figure manje. Now it's just about to do the video, edit. This story came in as a piece of respect. You could say a mayor is actually taking bribes from Ethiopians and Somalis to abavele kulugutela inside a meeting. But again in about two and suspectly, but we are paying you. I'm just like, what? Good to a mayor and the deputy. Oh, because they're gonna be arrested this too. Oh my gosh, I wanna follow this story. It's so interesting. It's like you're going good nasi ogunye siyazens. Yeah, but I'm good to this too. They must fan bavalelo like as in today. Imeya yasemsunduzi bathe enenina noba uthu siyanondla. Senzenza kanje ansasibhekile. Guys, abantu ngithe abaye ekhaya. Mina ngithe at this point, legal or not, just go home. There can't be 5.5 of you. Actually, manje nehlile, but still, you must go home, these people. And it's crazy how the Nigerians are not saying anything. Umuntu ufuna ukuhlala eCountry nangafuneki kuyona. Hambe yini? Hayi amasulumane guys emsunduzi I did other things and the email apparently he's huge. Ngisazofuna kahle sisithembe sakhe but he is big. Udla kamnandi uyadla yena. Thina sivotela into esingayazi usilelo. Gulukudu over me. And apparently these guys amasulumane they said to them, you know, we are paying you 500k a month each person, guys, and the deputy, the mayor and the deputy, both of them, 500 each, 500,000, guys. Oh my gosh, oh, it's just like, yeah, guys, corruption is in another level.
bathi kodwa manje anisasibhekeli senibukisa ngathi na kumaphalamende nikhuluma ngathi ukuthi thina all we were asking ukuthi ugesi wethu wehliswe. But I wouldn't have paid these people, mina, the 500,000 had I been these people. Bengizohamba ngiyokhokhela umasipala straight wasemsunduzi. Why would I care?
eNingizimu Afrika ingakho uhulumeni unjena nje kushubile eMsunduzi municipality amaSulumane oMohammed angene nezicaphe emhlanganweni womkhandlu angena akhomba imeya uMzimkhulu Thebola akhomba nosekela meya uMxolisi Mkhize athi nina ngiyanondla njalo ngenyanga ninika imali engaphezulu kwa 500k umuntu emunye ngoba nathi nizoyilungisa indaba yesikweletu sami samanzi nogesi kwamasipala hayibo. Kodwa futhi nina niyokhuluma ngami eParliament niyothi aningazi ngikoleta umasipala imali engaphezulu kwa 83 million. Isimo samane sashuba. Kubika ukuthi amasomala nezitolo bane Pietermaritzburg Street bane Pietermaritzburg Street now kuthiwa ukhokha u5 million kumeya ukuthi awavikele njalo ngenyanga ya rent akumeya ukuthi angawakhokhela amanzi nogesi kuthunywa ibodyguard lakhe umeya ukuthi liqoqele imali njalo ngenyanga.
And bodyguard is the one that normally goes to collect all these monies, but basically he gets more than 500,000 when he collect most of these guys, you know. Hi guys, this is like a shocker.
Guys, this is so unfair and unfortunate at the same time. Children, because I'm just assuming most of these people are really, really young that were buying at the marketplace. That's how now it's dubbed at Home Affairs, the syndicate that has been selling visas, student visas, work permits, guys, for like 40,000 rands. Those people are rich most. Like including that lady who had like a double-story house in Limpopo, who worked in Pretoria at Home Affairs. They like well off from being a thief, guys, and you thinking you will never be caught. Because no, you can't. This is impossible. This is wrong in so many ways. Like it's really, really unfortunate now for these children because, like I'm saying, I'm assuming they're really young, most of them, and they actually connected to one university that they're not mentioning now. How crazy is this?
No, thanks, Koli. I was saying good evening to your listeners. Indeed, the investigation at the Home Affairs, we have investigated several focus areas. One major focus area that we look on is the issue of visa, particularly the study visa, where we found that there were a lot of visas which were issued out, particularly on the issue of study visa, where it was a syndicate. I think that syndicate was well orchestrated, well organized, but together with official, where there was a particular university where everybody, when they want study visa, they are studying at that particular university. And when you call, there's somebody who answered the call to say, yes, Koli is a student here. So you can see how well it was castrated. And also from what we have learned is that the official were charging close to 40,000 per study visa.
Wow.
So, it's easy for a study visa because with study visa, you can get a study visa for 5 years, meaning that you can be in the country uninterrupted for 5 years. So another 5 years come again, you get another study visa. So a person will continue with study visa until they are more than 20 years in the country, whereas they are not studying anything. So that's one aspect of it that we found. And another aspect also, there was an issue of the work visa, where it was also abused. And there was also exceptional skills work visa, permanent resident permit, and citizenship neutralization, and business visa, and also the retired visa. In terms of the retired visa, you'll see that a person will come here, at the age of 40, saying, I'm coming to retire. So that's a kind of mechanism that was not there. But coming back to your question, we are working together with the department. They've put measures in place. We have done the systemic recommendations so that they can address all the issues that we have identified. So currently, they are addressing all those issues, and we are working well with them. So we can say that the tap has been closed in terms of those aspects.
Let's talk about those 4 officials that were identified by your report, because what you told us back then was that these 4, they earned less than 25,000 Rand a month. But listen to this, collectively, they received a total of just over 16 million Rand in direct deposits. And it is income that was found to be disproportionate to their legal income. And so it brings into question the importance of lifestyle audits. First, give us an update on whether criminal charges have followed against these employees, but also equally important is the importance of lifestyle audits. How quickly does government need to get this going?
Thanks, Koli. In terms of the firstly, as you know, that as we investigate, we do refer disciplinary to the department, particularly when we found that an official has misconducted themselves. So we did refer that, and the department currently is busy with the disciplinary process, and also understand that one of the officials resigned, in the face of disciplinary. And remember, in our process, mostly, even if you resign during the investigation or the process where we found you, we make sure that we freeze your pension. So this particular official, other one, resigned before we came in. In terms of criminality, yes, we have referred criminality to the National Prosecuting Authority, and I can safely say that we met with the NPA, and we also met with the Asset Forfeiture Unit so that they can able to preserve some of the assets that were illegally gained. So there is traction in terms of the prosecution side, and together with the disciplinary side. And also the investigation is still ongoing. Remember, it's a quite number of official, the visas that we have found. Based on what we have found, we have referred to the department so that they can start the process. But the investigation is still ongoing so that we can uncover more. Particularly on other visas, for example, there was issues regarding the pastors and prophet, and there was also issue pertaining to the asylum seekers, and there was also issue about the syndicate that were operating with the official. So the investigation is still ongoing in terms of our process.
Just finally on this matter, we had the president addressing at the weekend, particularly on illegal migration issues. And I'm just wondering, and I'm sure the ordinary South African is wondering during the course of this conversation, just how deeply compromised our immigration system has been because of individuals such as these.
I think, Toli, what I can indicate is that, remember, our investigation is investigating the things that happen. Now that we have found, currently, there's a quite good modernization from the Department of Home Affairs, where they are addressing all this issue. But I can safely say to you that things are being done in order to make sure that they mitigate all these things from happening. Investigation is about what happened previously, but currently something is being done. And also in terms of trying to emphasize that, as I speak now, tomorrow we'll be doing the awareness at the Oshhoek border, where together with Border Management Authority, where we get all officials to come and tell them about the issue of fraud and corruption, and also that they must stay away from doing such. So that's a program that we have embarked on together with Border Management and the Department of Home Affairs, where we have established a Border Management and Immigration Anti-Corruption Forum, where it brings together all the stakeholders that are related to border and immigration issues. So we are doing that. And also the issue that you ask about, the lifestyle audit. Lifestyle audit is very, very important, because had it been implemented earlier, such official could have been identified that they are really living beyond their means. So it's very important. And in terms of the discussion with DPSA, we are busy discussing with DPSA so that we can able to assist the department in terms of implementing lifestyle audit. We have done several of them in different departments where they invited us to come and do it. But it's something that we are looking at as the SIU. As you know, in terms of modernizing ourselves, we have looked at the issue of prevention, because we have seen that all of us are focusing on investigation. Prevention is much cheaper compared to investigation. So we are really pushing on the issue of the prevention in terms of lifestyle audit,